Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Promoted Sandra. In today's tutorial, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to cut and sew these basic short pants with a side pocket and also elastic waistband. If this is something you're interested in, then keep up watching. I have about 1.5 yards of Africa print here. So you are going to be needing Africa print or any material to make your shorts. And also you're going to be needing an elastic. Okay, this is my elastic here. So I'm just going to keep it aside and start marking on my fabric. Now I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two, as you can see, like this. So I'm going to iron it out for a smoother look. Once I'm done ironing it, I'll go ahead and mark a straight line across my fabric like this. This line is going to be serving as the waistline. Now I'm going to measure the wideness of my elastic. What I have here is 1 inch. You can either make use of this type or the one of 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Now I'm going to place my tape on the waistline. I will minus 1.025 for the waistband. From there, I will mark my hip point, which is 10.5 inches. I will also mark it on this other side. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. Once I'm done, I'll go ahead and measure my crotch line. Now to get your crotch line, go ahead and divide your hip by 4. My hip divided by 4 is 11.5 inches. Now I'm going to add extra 1 inch to that 11.5. That is going to give me 12.5, and that is what I'm going to be using as my crotch line. Please, as you are placing your tape on the waistline, minus whatever you want to use as your waistband. Then after marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. Now this is my waistline, this is my hip line, and this is my crotch line. The next line I'm going to be marking is the full length of the shirt. Now I'm going to minus that 1.025 I minused before. I will mark 18 inches. That is how long I want the shirt to be. So at this point, you can make use of any length of your choice. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. Once I'm done connecting the point, I will place my tape on this line I just marked. I will add 2 inches for hemming allowance. Then I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. Now this is the waistline, the hip line, the crotch line, the full length of the shirt, and the sewing allowance. So I'm going to place my tape on the hip line. I will divide my hip by 4, which is 11.5 inches. I will mark it. Then I'm going to place my tape on that point I just marked. I will add extra 1 inch for ease. So the total I'm going to have there is 12.5 inches. So I'm going to place my tape on the waistline and mark that 12.5 inches. Then I will also place my tape on the crotch line. I will mark that same 12.5 inches. Once I'm done marking it, I'll go ahead and connect the points together like this. After connecting the points together, the next thing I'm going to be doing is to mark my crotch extension. Now to mark your crotch extension, you are going to divide your hip measurement by 4. Whatever you get, go ahead and divide it by 4 again. Mine is 2.813. Now I'm going to place my tape on this line here. I'm going to mark that 2.813 like this. So whatever you get, mark it. After marking it, I will place my tape on this point here, this point here. I will just mark 1.5 inches outward like this. So you can also go ahead and mark 1 inch if your bum bum is not too big. Then I'll go ahead and connect it like this onto the hip line like this. So I'm going to be using my French curve to reconnect this so that the curve will be straight. I love it when it is well curved. So once I'm done, I'm going to place my tape on the crotch line. I'm going to measure from here to what I have here. Then whatever I have there, I will place my tape on the length of the shorts, this line here. I'm going to minus 1 inch, okay, from this side like this. I'll place my tape here on the side. I will mark 1 inch inward. I want it to be curved a little around the down part. Then from there, I will measure what I have on the crotch line, the total measurement. I will mark it here just to use as a guide. So after marking it, from that point I mark, this point, I will mark 1 inch inward. Okay, I hope you guys understand. I'll mark 1 inch inward like this. Then on the full length of the, on the sewing allowance, I will also minus 1 inch at the side. Then I'll mark the full length of what I have on the crotch. Then from that point, I'll mark 1 inch inward like this, just to give it a shape. Now I'm going to connect from the crotch to the length of the short. Then from the length of the short, I'll mark a straight line to the hemi allowance. Then I'm also going to mark a curved line or a straight line like this to this part here. And from there, I'll mark a straight line to the hem of the short. So as I'm done, I'm going to cut it out like this. I hope you guys understand. If you don't understand, watch it again, you will understand. Now the waistline, I will not cut through the exact line. I will add ½ inch for journey allowance. Then I'll go ahead and cut at the side like this. Once I'm done cutting it out, this is how it look like. So I'm going to be cutting out the back now. So I've gone ahead to fold my fabric into two right side facing each other. Now I'm going to place the front part of the short on it like this. I'll make sure I have some extension at the top, this part here. Leave about 3 to 4 inches. Then I'll go ahead and mark at the waistline on the back like this. Then I'll mark at the hip line. I will mark at the crotch line, and also I'll mark at the full length of the short and also the hemi allowance line like this. Now I'm going to mark the back crotch extension. Now whatever you mark as your front extension, that is what you are going to be marking at the back. You are going to place your tape on where the front stop and mark yours. Now mine was 2.813. I will mark 2.813 there. After marking it, I'll place my tape on that point. I'll mark ½ inch downward from the crotch line. Then I'll go ahead and mark a straight line across like this. After marking it, I'll go ahead and extend this 2.813 line I marked here to the second line. Now I'm going to place my tape on the waistline. I'm going to mark 2.813. Now whatever you mark as your crotch extension, you can go ahead and mark it here, or you can decide to reduce it if you want to. So I'll go ahead and mark that 2.813 like this. Then once I get to the hip line, I will also mark it on the cuff part. I will also mark it. You can see how I am placing my tape. Okay, like this. I will mark that 2.813. Once I'm done marking it like this, I'll go ahead and connect the points together. So I'll mark a straight line from the waistline to close to the hip line. Then from there, I'll go ahead and use my French cuff to connect from there to the ½ inch I mark downward. Okay, like this. I will connect it. After connecting it, I will just go ahead and extend the line to the waistline again like this for it to be more visible. Now from the waistline, I'm going to mark that same 2.813. Whatever you mark as your crotch extension, that is what you're going to be marking at the back like this. Just mark it upward. Now from this point, I will connect a slant line to meet the waistline of the front. So I'm going to connect it like this. But before I connect it, I'll go ahead and mark where the waistline stop at the back like this, not the journey allowance or the main line. So I will remove the front part like this and connect it from there to the main line, not the journey allowance you added around the front. No. So after connecting it, I will just close it back like this. Now I will place my tape on the length of the short. I will mark 2.5 inches. That is what I added there. Then on the hemline, I will also mark 2.5 inches. Now I'm going to mark a slant line from the crotch line to the length of the short, and I'll mark a straight line from there to the hem of the short. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. So after cutting it out, on the waistline, I will add ½ inch for journey allowance like this. Then I'll go ahead and cut open the side like this. So once I'm done, I will remove the front part, and this is the back part. So I'm going to keep the back part and work on the side pocket of the front. So I'm not going to be adding my pockets to the back. I have decided to add it to the side. Now on the waistline at the side, I will mark 2 inches inward. Then I'm going to place my tape from the waistline, the actual waistline. I'll mark 7 inches downward. Now I'm going to mark a slant line from here to here. So I'll just go ahead and mark a slant line like this. After marking it, I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. Once I'm done cutting it out, the next thing I want to do is to cut out the pockets. Now to do that, I'll go ahead and fold my fabric into two like this. After folding it, I will place my tape on this upper part here like this. I will mark 9 inches downward. So you can mark 9 inches or 8.5 inches or 8 inches. Now go ahead and mark 16 inches on this other side. So I'll also come to this point here and mark 16 inches. After marking it, I'll connect the points together. I'll also connect this part. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out like this. After cutting it, I'll go ahead and separate the pieces like this so that it will be two. Now I'm going to bring the part where I cut out for the pocket. I will place it on the side like this. So after placing it, I will arrange it and cut it out like this. So after cutting it out, I'm going to keep the pocket. I'm just marking the upper part in case I want to place it on it. So I'm going to bring the short like this. I will take this to the same machine. I'll go ahead and sew from here with ½ inch down to this part. Then I'll also bring the back part. I'll go ahead and sew from the top like this to the part, this crotch line with ½ inch. So I've gone ahead to sew it. As you can see, once you're done sewing it, go ahead and iron it out. I also did the same thing for the back part of the short. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to fix the pocket on it. Now I will turn the short to the front part like this. Then I'll bring the pocket. The right side of the pocket is going to be facing the right side of the fabric. Then I'll place it on it like this. I'll go ahead and pin it down just like as you can see me doing. Once I'm done pinning it, I will take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down with ½ inch. Now I'm going to show you guys where you're going to sew to. So minus ½ inch for joining allowance at the waist. Go ahead and mark 7.5 inches. Then mark it, then go ahead and stitch it down to that point. Then do the same thing for the other side. I will place this one on it, right side facing each other. I'll go ahead and pin it down, then come down by ½ inch and mark 7.5 inches. I will stitch it down with ½ inch. After stitching it, go ahead and top stitch on the pocket side. So guys, I am done stitching it. This is how it look like. I went ahead to top stitch on the pocket side. Now this is how to arrange it. I'm going to flip it inside like this. Mind you, the right side of the short is the side facing towards me. I will flip it inside like this, but I'm going to take note of that 2 inches I cut at. Now I'm going to place my tape on the pocket side like this. I'll mark 2 inches. Now I'm going to place the short on that point I mark on the pocket, okay, around the waistline. So I'll go ahead and just iron it. I will arrange the side. The side must be the same. While on the waistline, you're going to take note of that 2 inches you minus or you cut at. Now I'm going to iron it and pin it down like this. I'll just use my pin to secure it. After securing it, I'll go ahead and arrange the other side. Now for this other side, I'll also go ahead and flip it inside like this. But I'm going to mark that 2 inches around the waistline on the pocket like this. After marking that 2 inches, I'm going to pin the short on that 2 inches point I mark like this. So after pinning it, I'll go ahead and arrange the inside like this. I'll make sure I push this side inside and they are the same. I will arrange it, iron it and pin it down. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine now. I'll go ahead and stitch it down around the waistline here. Just go ahead and stitch it down like this. Once you are done, go ahead and turn it to the back like this. Then once you're done turning it to the back, go ahead and sew the pocket, like separate it to and sew it like this with ½ inch. If you have weaving machine, you can go ahead and weave it and stitch down this part. I hope you guys understand. Let me explain. Stitch down this part, then go ahead and stitch down this part and also stitch down the side, just the side. Stitch it down. I'm going to be doing the same thing for the other side. So guys, I've gone ahead to sew it. This is the pocket. As you can see, how beautiful and neat this is. Now I'm going to open up the back like this. Around the cuff part, I'm going to notch it. When I was learning tailoring, then we used to notch this cuff part of the back part of our trouser, but these days people don't notch. However, if you want it to be relaxed, notch it. Now I'm going to place the right side of the front to the right side of the back. Now if you place it on it, they are not going to be equal at the side because the back is far wider than the front based on our cutting. Now go ahead and use your hand to arrange it like this and pin the sides together. Once you're done pinning it, you take it to the sewing machine and stitch it down with ½ inch from the waist down to the hem of the trouser. Then I'll go ahead and also arrange this side like this, pin it down. Then after pinning it, I'll go ahead and stitch it down with ½ inch from the waist to the hem of the trouser. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch it. I said trouser, pants, short pants. So after sewing it, I'll go ahead and arrange the crotch part like this. I'll make sure the sewing, the center of the front and the center of the back are both meeting each other. That is where you sew, where you join. Then go ahead and use your pin to pin it down on that point. Once you're done pinning it down to the center, then go ahead and pin it to this other side. After pinning this side, go ahead and pin the other side. I will take it to the sewing machine. I will stitch it from the center to this side with ½ inch and from the center to this other side with ½ inch. So guys, I have gone ahead to stitch it. Now the next thing I'm going to be doing is to fold the hem. So I'll go ahead and fold it in with 1 inch. You can go ahead and measure it. This is 1 inch. Then I'll further go ahead and fold it in again with 1 inch again. Or before you finish sewing this side, you can just go ahead and, or even if you are done sewing it, you can just go ahead and lose this part, then go ahead and fold it around, then restitch that part again so that it will not stress you. I will do the same thing for the other side. Now the next thing I'm going to be working on is the waistband. Now I'm going to place my tape on the joining around the front part. I will measure the waist round like this. After measuring it, what I have here is 55.5 inches. Now I've gone ahead to cut out the waistband like this. The length that I have here is 56.5 inches. I added 1 inch for joining allowance. Okay, after cutting it out, I went ahead to fold my fabric into two like this. Now remember, it was 1.025 and minus for the waistband. I measured it, then I added extra ½ inch to it for joining allowance. Now what I'm going to be doing now is to fold this into two, right side facing each other like this. I will take it to the same machine and stitch it down with ½ inch. After stitching it, this is how it's going to look like. Right now I'm going to fold this like this, okay, wrong side meeting each other. So I'm going to be pinning it on my shorts. So this is just me turning it to the front. Turn your knicker to the front, then go ahead and fold your waistband into two, wrong side facing each other. Then after facing it like this, I'll go ahead and start pinning from the front, okay, from the journey around the front. I'll go ahead and pin it around. Just take your time and arrange it and pin it around like this. Okay, as you're pinning it, you realize that the right side of your waistband is facing the right side of your shirt. Once I'm done pinning it, this is how it look like. Now I'm going to take this to the same machine and stitch it around with ½ inch, but I'm going to be leaving about 1 inch space where I'm going to be inserting elastic through. So this is just me sewing it. Guys, if you know you have watched to this extent, please go ahead and like this video, comment on it. If you're yet to subscribe, subscribe and turn on post notification. So guys, I'm done sewing it. This is how it look like. The next thing I'm going to be doing now is to cut out the elastic. This elastic is stretching. Now my waist is 35 inches. I'm going to minus 6 inches away from my waist, which is going to give me 29. So this is just me cutting out 30 inches elastic waistband. I added 1 inch for journey allowance. Then I'll go ahead and insert it through the hole I left like this. So after inserting it, I'll go ahead and arrange it. Now for you, you can decide to minus 5 inches away from your elastic, or 6 inches or 4 inches, depending on how stretching your elastic is. So after passing it through it, I'll just go ahead and pin it together and stitch it down. So guys, I've gone ahead to stitch it down. Then I'll go ahead and flip it inside like this. So what I'm going to be doing next now is to take this to the same machine and stitch down this opening I have around here. This is the outcome of the short pants. As you can see, I have not even ironed it. You can see how beautiful it is looking. So if this tutorial was really helpful, please go ahead and like, comment and share. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, do it to subscribe. I'm going to be seeing you guys on my next video. Bye.